Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay, and I'm joined today by the voice of God Carmel in front of the camera.
Hello.
And we'll be talking about some of the headlines from across the country today, starting with here's what you do. Here's what you do if you're stopped by the police in Thailand. Now, you're a tourist on holiday. Or you could be an expat living here, or you're a seasoned traveler, but you're traveling and you're in Thailand, you're riding on your motorbike, or you're in a taxi or a car with your friend, and the Royal Thai Police have a checkpoint, or they're just hanging around by the side of the road, and they've stopped you, and they want to talk to you. What do? Do you freak out? No. You stop, and you let them talk to you. But you might have done absolutely nothing wrong, in which you don't have to worry anything about. Or, you've been a little naughty, and you might even have something on you. But you're worried that they might ask you for some cash off the books to let you go. Now, this is a sensitive situation, and can be delicate. How do we go on about this? Let's figure it out. All right. So, firstly, it's important to remain calm and follow a few basic guidelines to protect yourself. Whilst the majority of the R2P are there to do their job, and they're very respectful, and they're very, most of them are very kind, and they just let you go. They're just doing their job and trying to protect their citizens and visitors. But every now and then you get a couple of people who try to take advantage and attempt a little shakedown. Now, when stopped, do not admit to anything or agree to have your photo taken. If the police request to see your passport and ID, it's best to comply, but then politely ask for your ID back. You're also entitled to ask for the identification of any police officer that stops you. If a search is conducted, allow it to happen, but ask for someone to act as an independent witness. It is within your rights to use your phone to record the process as long as it does not interfere with the search. Do not sign any documents, especially if they are all written in Thai. If the situation is serious, such as a crash or drug possession accusation, insist on contacting a consular or embassy representative of your country. Always remain polite and do not cause a scene. Now, if a fine or payoff is mentioned, be firm but polite in your refusal and ask for an interpreter, consular official, or tourist police representative to assist you. That is your right, and they will come and make their way to assist you if you ask for them and if you have the relevant numbers that you can call, which you can quickly search for or ask the police themselves. That said, if you are caught red-handed, keep in mind on-the-spot fine may be cheaper than full prosecution. Now, we do not condone you do anything illegal, but in the case where you've been naughty and you know it and you've been caught, a minor offense like vaping, small amounts of drug possession, drunk driving, or speeding may come with a negotiable fine. You will not automatically be taken to the prison depending on the severity of the situation you're exactly in. If advised by the tourist police or a consular official, it may be best to pay the fine to avoid any further trouble. Once again, we do not promote that kind of behavior. Secondly, bear in mind that saving face is an important and persistent part of Thai culture. Being combative or confrontational may goad the police into harsher actions to save face and maintain authority. This is not the time to be a hero. So avoid demanding to see a lawyer or getting angry, and make sure to allow them to control the conversation while answering politely the questions that they've asked of you. And like I said, 99% of the time, they will just let you go, and they're just asking you a few questions. This is a rare occurrence, and it's the rare occurrences that always make it to the media and make a big scene. However, most of the times the police stopping you may not be anything. However, let's say that the police are stopping you and they're the bad guys. Yeah, they're not actual legitimate officers. So it is important to be vigilant and protect yourself. If you have any doubts about the authenticity of your police officers, wait for additional witnesses to arrive before taking any steps. Stay alert when an individual claiming to be a police officer attempts to search you or your belongings. So if you are stopped by the Royal Thai Police, stay calm, remain polite, avoid causing a scene or demanding to see a lawyer. If advised by the tourist police, which you have the right to call them, if they search you, you have the right to videotape them. If you are with a friend, it may be best to pay on-the-spot fine for minor offenses. If you're in bigger trouble, obviously you're in bigger trouble, and I guess the tourist police or your lawyers or someone official will come and help you out. Now, is this the foolproof plan to go with? Probably not. However, it'll take you a long way with these few tips. So don't panic. And once again, if you are caught with a vape, yes, vaping is illegal in Thailand. The police cannot fine you. They cannot take you to jail. They can only confiscate your vape and also report it to the court if it ever gets to there. On that note, Carmel, any suggestions for the people if they're stopped by the popo?
I think you said it all, but I just didn't know that we could do all of that.
Yes, I think for people who watch a lot of cop videos, especially like the the ones in America and stuff, like, look, guys, most of the times police here are pretty cool. It's those rare, if you're like stopped in a shady alley with like people who don't like look like police officers, and yes, something's going wrong. But if you are stopped by the side of the road, the Thai police are not the people that you want to make a scene with. Yeah, they're not like, if you're drunk or if you're, want to act out and be like, I know my rights. This is not the country or the place to shout those kinds of things. Be smart. Right? Like, people like to claim that they're smart and I can get away with it and I have the money and I have the power. Sure, I'm sure you do, but be smart about how to use that to your benefit. And as always, be vigilant. All right. On that note, let's talk about taxi scams. Now, there was a recent survey done at Suvarnabhumi Airport regarding asking tourists what they would like to see improved in the country. And the tourists had their say, and they spoke up about some of the changes that they'd like. Now, overpriced taxi prices are the leading complaint among foreign tourists, along with poor garbage management and facilitation at the airport, according to the Tourism Council of Thailand. TCT. Carmel, did you even know that the Tourism Council of Thailand existed?
No.
Me neither until today. Normally people only care about the TAT, which is the Tourism Authority of Thailand, who, come up with the new plans, come up with the cool commercials. If you're in a foreign country, the amazing Thailand little commercials that you see, they promote Thai food everywhere. But yeah, the Tourism Council of Thailand exists, and they're doing surveys and finding out what you as a tourist or expat would like to, well, a foreign tourist rather, would like in Thailand, the changes that you'd like. So, a survey done of foreign tourists showed satisfaction with taxi services received the lowest score of 3.5 out of 5. Their biggest problem was that taxis refuse to use the meter and that they're afraid of being scammed. Number 2, they wanted the entry process at the airport to be better because this one is a little bit of a confusion for me. Carmel, you've entered, obviously, Thailand, when you arrive and go through immigration.
Yeah.
Did you find the process difficult or concerning?
No. It was actually pretty easy.
I thought so, too. I think they've really improved for the past 5 to 10 years, but especially in the 5 years. It's quite fast. There's a lot of rows. So entry process at the airport is a bit of a surprise to me. Problems of littering at many popular tourists. Okay, yes, some places, yes, people do litter, and it's also waste management. So normally what happens is that they do have the bins, but they overflow and they don't manage the waste appropriately, and therefore there's a lot of litter everywhere. But do you find a lot of litter, especially in tourist sites? Have you visited a tourist site recently?
No.
Well, I haven't visited a tourist site at all in the entire last year. But perhaps the viewers can comment on this. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us know. When you're visiting around the tourist sites in Thailand, do you find that people are littering or the waste management is not good enough? And obviously, the last concern that people had was air pollution from hazardous PM 2.5 fine particle matter. Yeah, there's no going. There's no hiding that. Yes, we have a legitimate air pollution problem here in Bangkok and a lot of provinces. 53 provinces I reported yesterday. And in 4 districts of Bangkok, it's the governor or the officials have literally come out and said that it's unhealthy and that people should not be living in that kind of area with that kind of weather. But what are we going to do? Thus is life. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be talking about hotels favoring foreigners over Thais and a death of a YouTuber. We'll be back right after this.
And join the fun at Carnival Magic, the world's first Thai carnival theme park. Don't miss the opportunity to experience the enchantment of the magical wonders at the one, the only Carnival Magic Phuket.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by Carnival Magic. It's a carnival fantasy. It's a place where you can go and enjoy with your family and loved ones to have a great night out and watch an amazing Thailand-themed show. So next time you are in Kamla, Phuket, visit Carnival Magic and you'll have a great time. All right. I have a big shout out to give. Yesterday we had the pleasure to meet Craig, the SLP.
Yes.
And Thaiger Elite, by the way. Thank you, Craig, for coming into the studio and having a nice chat and sharing some love. And he brought us all gifts, custom-made mugs with quotes just for us. So thank you to Craig for taking the time to come in. He bought gifts for everyone. What a legend. What an elite. But yeah, we had a great time meeting you, Craig. And thank you to all the members and viewers who support us every day. All right. My last two stories today is regarding death of a YouTuber. Now, this story has been not as big in the Thai media as it probably should, but I wanted to inform the audience anyways. An American fitness YouTuber called Leo and Longevity was found dead at a house in Pattaya in eastern Thailand 2 nights ago, I believe. And officers from the Pattaya City Police Station were called to a house in Pattaya Lagoon Village in Ban Lamung district at 8 p.m., where they found the body of the 34-year-old YouTuber, Leo, known as Leo Rex. In his bedroom, police found him lying face down in a pool of blood, wearing just a black t-shirt, and blood was coming out of his mouth and nose, said the police, and the eyes were bruised. Now, on the desk, police found a lot of cannabis and a variety of other medications that including antidepressants, bipolar disorder pills, anxiety medicine, sleeping pills, antibiotics, and steroids. Police said that the room looked like it had been ransacked, with belongings of his clothes scattered everywhere. In the bathroom, the shelves and toilet had been smashed to pieces. So it was a strange scene inside the room. Police also found a handwritten note on the desk, which they kept as evidence. The body of the YouTuber was found by one of his old friends, Charles, who actually made an update further, I believe, yesterday, and came out and said that he doesn't think that anybody else was involved in the scene. They're still investigating and finding out what actually really happened and investigating. However, some sad news to find a fellow YouTuber and a person found dead in Pattaya, unfortunately. Now, like I said, his friend who found the body thinks that no one else was involved. However, more news and updates are coming out of Leo Rex. He was reportedly moved to Thailand after his ex-wife Lucy divorced him and filed a domestic violence restraining order against him. The complaint alleged that Leo abused alcohol and drugs and was extremely verbally and emotionally abusive towards the wife and the daughter, and physically violent. On his YouTube channel, Leo gave unique takes on men's fitness and offered non-conventional advice on how followers could improve their health. He had unique videos indeed. For example, his most watched video was How to Build a Better Penis, which gained almost 500,000 views. And in the video, he claimed he successfully enlarged his penis by 2 inches through a system of pumps and weights. Okay. As for now, for more details, you can find that on thetiger.com. And yeah, that's all I have to say regarding that situation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our last topic today is regarding Krabi. We're going to go more down to the south of Thailand. Now, a Krabi hotel has been accused of favoring foreigners over Thais. Carmel, have you ever felt like you've gone to a place where the hotel or the establishment has favored you over local Thais?
No, it's usually the other way around.
Do people think you're Thai, by the way?
Yes.
Do you blend
Sometimes I
in?
pass as a Thai until they hear me speak.
Oh.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, no, she's not
Okay.
Thai. She's
Is
definitely
it like
foreigner."
immediately they're like, oh, wait, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well. The Thai tourists have condemned a hotel in Krabi for discriminatory services standards after the hotel provided better treatment to foreign guests and neglected domestic tourists. They claim that the hotel prioritized foreign guests with higher purchasing power over them for financial gain. The incident was reported to have happened last Sunday, January the 29th, at Riley Beach, and a Thai man posted videos on social media about the incident. Basically, what happened was they had booked a trip to the hotel. They had a nice room, and the fee that they paid included a shuttle golf cart. So basically, when you arrive, a shuttle golf cart meets you at the car park and takes you to the pier where you get on a boat trip. So the distance from the hotel to the pier is a fair distance, so there's a golf cart to help you out. However, when they arrived, the hotel staff notified that the shuttle car was not available, so the guests had to pick up their own bags and make their way to the pier by foot. Once they reached there, however, they realized there was a golf cart that was being operated. However, it was used to pick up the foreign tourists that were there, and that upset the local Thai guests of the hotel, and they were angry because no one notified them that the shuttle was available and that was being used, but it was being used for someone else and not them. The Thai group believes that the hotel provides a better service to foreigners than Thais because it is assumed that they have more money, which is not always the case, by the way. A woman in... yeah. What do you think about that, Kamal? I mean, does a shuttle service confirm that better treatment is for other people?
Not really. It could have been an isolated incident, but
Okay. Well,
yeah.
actually, a woman in the video revealed that she used to actually go to the hotel regularly, and during the pandemic, when there were no foreign guests, the prices were cut, but she would still go and she would receive outstanding service. However, upon returning with her friends, she faced a vastly different experience. I've noticed this in a very famous beach club in Phuket, where that treats expats and foreigners way better than locals, because they do have more spending power. So imagine, right? You're a group of friends, and you come to this beach club, and you order a couple of bottles, you eat a lot of food. Whereas a local, you're like, oh, I'm just going there for a couple of drinks. I just want to socialize with my friend, hang out on the beach, and like enjoy a couple of drinks. And yeah, they just come to you. They're like, oh, what did you order? Oh, okay. They give you the glass, and then they leave. This is the first time I actually received a plastic glass, and I was like, can I please just have it in a normal glass? I think we were having I don't know what we were having. I think it was like wine or something, and they gave you a plastic wine glass, and I was like, I'm not drunk. I'm not gonna like break the glass. I understand why you have plastic glasses, but like, can we we're normal. We're sitting here. We're civilized. Just give us a normal glass. So they gave us a normal glass later, but then they just refused to really service us. They refused to ever actually care about us, but they would go to the foreign table, foreign tourist tables 10 times over us. And we clearly, I asked a couple of my friends if they had a similar experience, and apparently they're quite notorious for that kind of behavior.
Oh, I see.
So they do care about the foreign tourists because they do spend more. That is true. Like, they do spend more, they do buy more alcohol, they do eat more food. However, any sensible business should provide the same level of service regardless of nationality or where you're from or spending power.
Whenever I
Full
think about
standards.
customer service, like, I've always been on the bad receiving end of it, like, because I'm not Thai,
Okay.
And when I speak, it's clearly like it's very clear that I'm not Thai. Most of the waiters or waitresses would ignore my table with my friends and I, and they would attend to the other people first.
Oh no.
All the time.
Yeah.
It would happen in a specific restaurant,
I see.
and it felt like they were kind of
Yeah.
biased against us. Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. There are a couple of bad eggs that make everyone else look bad. Another couple said they were overcharged. Here's another example of another situation. A couple, they said that they were overcharged because one of the partner was foreigner. So as a local, a lady, when she goes around to vendors, in tourist attractions especially, they get charged double because her partner is a foreigner. And I've noticed that too. The prices sometimes they'll be like, are you really Thai? Your partner can afford it. Let me charge you 50 baht extra or something like that. Have you noticed that? Where they first think you're Thai and then they're like, you feel like, okay, they're overcharging me because they know I'm a foreigner?
Okay, so what would happen is my friends would look more foreign than I do. I pass as a Thai, right?
Yeah.
But because my friends are around me, they would give me
Yeah.
the overpriced
Yeah.
amount. And then I speak a bit of Thai, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, we can give you a bit of discount."
Yeah. Look, it would be naive and not straightforward of me to say that this doesn't happen. This happens a lot when you're bargaining for a tuk-tuk, when you're going to like local restaurants or local places and you're trying to buy something off a street vendor, not like food or anything, but like, you know, you go shopping in the local markets and stuff, and bargaining is a big part of it. Yeah, and if they see you're a foreigner, they try to overcharge you. Nothing like extortionate. Like if something costs 150, they might go like 200 or 250, something like that. But yeah, it doesn't feel good. Overcharging is never cool, regardless of where you're from. But yeah, it's just a part of life here. It happens quite a lot with many different aspects and things in life. But yeah, get yourself a Thai partner and ask them to do the dirty work for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, that's it. Those are all the headlines that we have for today. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to make a quick small announcement. Please join us for tomorrow's Good Morning Thailand, because we have some people we would like to introduce you to. We have some special guests that will join myself and the Voice of God, and we will do a quick Q&A tomorrow as well. So Friday GMTs are always special because we try to take some of our members and viewers' comments. So we hope you join us. On that note, we hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do have any comments of any of the stories, please comment after the live video. We'll see you live again tomorrow. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.